Okay, all right, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started at the floor today. So just finding our way towards the ground if we can, sit posture. So if we can, coming into Sukhasana. So just drawing the legs gently seated. If that seems out of range, you're welcome to extend the legs just a bit there. So Sukhasana, easy seated posture if we can. And then just letting those palms flip up, welcome those that are coming on in. And then shoulders up, back, and down. We're just going to find lots of space from the bottom of our diaphragm there as we bring in our breath. You may close the eyes if you wish, and just centering the body this evening. Taking that inhalation in through the nostrils and then slowly out, letting that breath slowly dissolve out through the nostrils. And then taking that breath back in. So again, very deep from the belly, up through the lungs, and then slowly back out. Complete the breath. So as you draw in, we're expanding those lungs, and then as you press it out, gently letting those lungs feel like air balloons, and you're slowly releasing that air. So the last 2 breaths there. And then just recognizing what we can do today. So remembering we can always take it up a notch, but if we choose, we can always draw it back down. So for that next deep breath, we're going to find our trunk rotation. So just softening in towards our hip space. If one hip seems tight, for some reason my left hip seems a little tight today. So just drawing around, big circle if that's available. If it's not available, then just keeping that trunk space very small. So it's about 12 here as we move around, and just noticing limberness in towards the low back as we draw through our space today. The last couple of circles here in this direction as we draw up, starting to notice the interior we all have, the space from our core, our side oblique space as well. So taking that up and then up, down, and back. So those last couple of movements there. And then as we slowly settle up, we're going to take that breath towards the sky. So stacking the vertebra, inhaling up towards our sky, deep breath. Again, your hands may lift, or we're just gently moving to that goalpost. Deep inhalation, exhale, press the hands towards the ground. Deep inhalation as we take that first chest expansion. So again, thinking of the sternum up and the chin lifting towards the sky. So that deep inhalation, press the sit bones down. Here's your opportunity to press those knees down a little further, opening the hip line there just a bit. And then exhale, relax, take it back up to the sky. And then just a real gentle spinal twist. So picking one direction and just gazing over a shoulder, little twist in there. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale, as long as we're not protecting midsection or back, taking that nice little gaze over the opposite shoulder, noticing our rotation there through the spine. Inhale, sky. Exhale, sweep it to the top of the mat. Reach those fingertips as far as they'll go and drag the shoulders back. Lift the crown of the head and tuck the tailbone. So there's our nice long expression through the spinal column. Again, you could use the hands, or excuse me, the elbows just to the outer edges of the patella space, just to add a little bit more openness through the thighs if that feels good, and through the hips. So that deep breath there. And then we're going to inhale that space back to the sky. Exhale, hands to knees. And then slowly moving the opposite direction, clockwise movements through the midsection. Again, thinking of the shoulders stacking. Oh, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining with your video. So again, drawing back and then slowly drawing around, noticing our space. Oh, hi, Misty. So finding that space. Hello, dog. All right, so we've got the dog and the kids. I love it. Okay, so slowly moving around, finding that space, and then taking those last 2 rotations. So again, just noticing what the body can do tonight. Inhale, find the sky, lift the arms back up. Stacking the vertebra, deep inhalation. So again, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Nice straightness through the spinal column. Exhale, fingers down. Lift, chest expansion. Take that beautiful smile to the sky, opening up the heart. Nice deep inhalation there. Exhale, slowly release. Inhale, lift back. Gazing over the back of the shoulder, noticing the body. Inhale, come back to center, lifting back up. And then exhaling, slowly taking that gentle supine spinal twist the opposite way. So again, thinking about how we're twisting. First we lift, then we twist. Nice deep breath, gazing over that shoulder. Inhale, drop back to center and extend if we can. So that real length through the toes. We're gonna lift those toes up to the sky, a little softness in the knees. Inhale, find the sky. Exhale, hinge it down. So seated forward fold. If the toes are in range, that's fine. If not, just hands to the shins there. Again, feel the length through the heels, toes up. Whoop, you can't see my toes. So toes up, keep that space, nice deep breath. Breathe in, sink it down. Inhale, find the lift. Exhale, sink it a little lower. So again, noticing the low back, still strong posture. Good, nice work. Inhale, find the sky. And then we're gonna sweep in that right leg as we just softly oscillate it side to side. Noticing the body tonight. And again, continuing to twist just a bit. So shaking out that leg, you might back and forth or circular motion there. And then we're gonna hook that leg into the heart space. So again, taking cradle. So we're taking that cradle in. Here's option one, hand to foot, hugging that knee in, spine strong and straight. Option two, elbow and foot. And then hugging that space up to the sky. So we're working that hamstring length a bit there as we press up, leading that heart space, nice deep breath in cradle. And then we're gonna press that cradle down to the floor. Option one to the inside of the leg, or option two to the outside of the leg. Excuse me, hug that space in. And then exhale, slowly take that revolve back, seated spinal twist. So again, deepening our twisting ability here. You could hug the knee and then take the twist back, noticing the back of the room perhaps, or you could just add the elbow to the outside there of the leg as you press that the shoulder away from the ear. So nice deep breath there, and then gently coming back to center. Inhale, releasing that leg all the way down towards the mat. Inhale, opposite side, so left leg coming in, and again stirring side to side or back and forth, oscillating that as we continue to warm that hip joint there. And then we're gonna hug that space in. So if you can, take your clockwise or counterclockwise motion and then start to hug it in, working our posture. So shoulders up, back and down, sit bones tall from your floor. So really pressing into the sit bones. Option one, hand to foot. Option two, perhaps that elbow crease if it's in range. Good, nice flexibility there. And then hugging in, we're gonna shift those shoulders back and really press up towards our sky so we can find that length all the way through the back of the hamstring there, really deepening in. Exhale, press the foot down. So preparing for seated spinal twist. Again, the inside will be a little easier. Outside's gonna be more difficult. If you're on the outside, just make sure you're anchoring that toe, big toe down. Hug into the heart space and then gently taking the twist back. So again, we can hug there, or we can place the elbow to help open the shoulder blade a bit and get a nice stretch through the back of the rhomboid and the trap. There is if we choose to add the elbow. And then cervical spine optional if you choose to gaze towards the back of the wall. So nice deep breath. Make sure we're not slouching out there. So good job. Those I can see, excellent job reaching up through the crown of the head. Nice deep breath. Exhale, sweep it back. Find your center. Give it a little oscillation there. And then taking that all the way down towards the floor. Big stretch out in front. Inhale if you can, back to our sky. Exhale, hinging down, seated forward fold. So finding that nice deep breath. Shoulders up, down, and back. Lengthen crown of head. And just notice the reach. Dorsiflexion through the toes. Press the heels out as if you had a wall right there in front of you. In fact, if you do have a wall, that can work as well. So that nice deep breath. You really press into the heels if you have a wall in front of you. So nice deep inhalation. Exhale, we're going to slowly take that breath back in, drawing towards our sky today. So we're going to root up from our floor, find our breath towards the sky. So pressing in, we're going to inhale those hands back behind, lifting up, take that big breath to the sky. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see my head. So taking that breath up to the sky, slight back bend as we continue to warm the body here. Exhale, hinge it down, forward fold, standing forward fold, letting the head dangle for just a moment. You might bring the hands towards the elbows and just gently nodding the head yes and shaking it no, releasing that nice long line of
the mid to low back, erector spinae, and some of those long lengthen the fascia lines, transverse lines. So pressing down, we're just going to step back really wide as we take it into Virabhadrasana 2. So warrior 2, we're going to shift that space open. So again, noticing our hip space, walking back through the hands, nice deep inhalation, and then we're going to build a little heat here. So if we can, starting to flow those hands up to the sky and then down. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. So we're creating that trap length rather than shortening that, and also keeping that delt length as well, so deltoids. So that nice deep breath up to the sky and then down, giving yourselves a couple of oscillations there. Back foot actively pressing to the floor, knee lifting up towards the sky. So last couple of sets here, and then we're gonna start to take it out. So if we can, taking that deep breath up to the sky, and then when I say out, I mean we're gonna take it up and then gently shift back, and we're gonna prepare ourselves for pyramid. So if you can, closing the hip, you could also shorten your stance, okay, because we're getting warm, we're getting warmer here as we move through our sets. So shorten the stance if need be. If you notice the hip is not closing, then shorten the stance. So nice deep breath, exhale forward, keep the front knee softly bent. You might hinge to the top of the thigh, to the shin, or to the floor. Exhale, press it down. So drawing the hands maybe to the earth. Again, you've got your bag of beans or your yoga block or your sacks of rice as props. So you could use those if need be. If not, walking the hands back and just let the upper body hinge forward. Noticing that big length and that big toe, front of body there. Exhale, find that hinge. So pyramid. Inhale, we're going to walk our space forward. Take that deep breath up. Standing splits. Find that lift to the sky. Exhale, walk the foot back. Inhale, lift up, crescent lunge. So nice deep inhalation. Exhale, sweep it down to the floor. Inhale, we're going to tuck the toes. Walking to center, wide standing straddle. So again, gazing towards your floor. Dangling for a moment. So again, you can sway. Use the big toe to help press into the floor, which helps strengthen all of that work in towards our ankles and our foot space. A little softness in knees here as we gently sway, and then using the core, the oblique strength to find your slight revolve both directions. With that next inhalation, coming back to the floor, we're going to hinge down, bulldog, so fists to the floor, onto the shoulders, extend through the spine, and gazing at the floor. So again, I'm not going to look at the camera just so you can see the position. So bulldog, nice strength. So inhaling from there, we're going to reverse to the other foot. So if you can, take it maybe to that right foot. Pressing up, we're going to find Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 on the opposite side. So again, I might lose some of you with your camera views, that's okay. So finding our space, and then we're going to shift our roots back up. So again, noticing our strength in our joint, working the knee, and then also the hip to find that strength. Press from the toe, up, and then down. So again, think of those toes rooting into the earth, and the heel. Good, nice job. I hope the dog is also doing warrior 2. We've got the kids doing it, so that's good. All right, so last one, take that breath. And then you're gonna just gently shorten that stance, so taking it in. Pyramid, so take that moment. So we had open hips, now we're gonna close our hips. And then exhale down, pyramid. So taking that breath forward. Notice if you're tight, if you're feeling tight in the hamstring still, just bend the knee a little bit more. And then the upper body might soften to the top of the knee. If not, towards the floor, and then take those hips again towards the top plane of your mat. So best you can, hinging, walking the hands back behind. Very nice pyramid there. As we sink in, breathing through the low back, the tightness perhaps in the glutes or the hamstrings. Nice deep breath. And then take that breath forward. We're going to shift our root space to the top of the mat with the fingers. Inhale, lift the leg, standing splits. Deep breath, engage the glute. So think of that fist for glute. Exhale back, crescent lunge, lifting up. Deep breath, exhale, sweep it in. Tuck the toes, wide standing straddle. Exhale, hands to elbows. You can gently sway. So we're going to repeat that set a couple of times here. So again, pressing into the toes, back to the heels, find your space. Again, think of the phone books on your rear here, balancing that out, and then twisting through the center of the mid-body. And then exhaling down, straightening out the spine, fists to the floor, bulldog, lifting up, shoulders away from ears, crown of head extends, so gaze is at the floor, hopefully. So that nice deep breath, and then we're gonna take it towards that left foot. So whenever you're ready, releasing your bulldog, releasing those toes, press back, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze is forward, think of those patellas lifting, and then flowing up and back down. Up and back down. So a couple of movements there, and then we're gonna find our way to pyramid. So with that next deep breath, hinging up, we're gonna find that space, shift it up, exhale, foot to floor, inhale, find the sky, and then slowly hinging down, pyramid. So as we find our pyramid, gently pressing the heel towards the floor, and then once again, walking those hands back. So we might find more range this time. So noticing your body, the head is below the heart, so we've got a nice movement there going on with the blood flow. And then with that next inhalation, if we can, fingertips forward, lift the back of the foot, standing splits, nice deep breath, exhale back, find your way, crescent lunge, lift it up, deep inhalation, finding our root space and our balance. Good, excellent. Nice deep inhalation. Oh, we lost the children. Inhaling back to sky, exhale, sweep and lower, down to the earth. And once again, gently swaying in, finding our way towards our wide standing straddle. Use the core when you're rotating and revolving, use the core. So nice deep breath, exhale back, find your center, and bulldog, fist to the floor. Nice deep inhalation. Notice the extension through the spine. The crown of the head, flatten the back, shoulder sockets lifting up and out. Exhale, right foot down to the floor. Inhale, lift, Virabhadrasana 2. Press back, notice your patella strength, interior thigh strength, and begin to move those sets. So maybe about 12 sets here, taking the gaze up to the sky and out to the fingertip. Last couple of sets here, tracking the knee over the outer edge of the ankle, building that nice long length through our interior thigh. Whoops. And then with that next breath, we're going to take it forward. So that little shift and then back. So that nice step back, wide stance, perhaps pyramid, or we're still keeping it short. Close the hip, take it down towards your earth, fingertips if possible, walking them back, noticing space in low back and into the toes and through the calf and through the hamstring and gluteus maximus. Nice deep breath. Inhale, find your root space to drop forward, standing splits. Exhale, lift the foot, deep breath. So again, the upper body's protruding away from the standing foot. Kick the foot back, nice extension, back up, find your way to crescent lunge. Good, nice deep inhalation, building that strength. Exhale, sweep it up. Inhale, sweep it down, and now we're gonna flow a little differently. So let's keep that heart rate moving. So sunflowers, drawing down. If we can, tracking the knees out. I just noticed mine were hinging in. So again, pressing, working that patella space out, which helps us lengthen those adductors. Noticing that. So again, you could flow with the moonflowers there, and then you could go to sunflowers. So your choice there, just listening to that freedom there. Good, last one. And then we're gonna bring it back down towards our earth. Tuck those heels, toes in, so toes and heels, straight line, and exhale down, fist to the floor, bulldog. Take the breath. Take the breath. Exhale. If we can, we're gonna try to revolve. So that right hand, fist, or fingertip towards the floor, left side twist, deep breath, up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale, opposite direction. Lift it up. Exhale, sweep it down. So about 8 sets here through wide standing straddle with a revolve. So upper body revolve. Again, think of the books on the back of the hips as you find that lift. Now, don't let those big toes become sloppy. Try to push them down towards the mat. Try to push them down. Reach the arms best you can. reach, 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 big expansion. Last couple of movements here. And then slowly finding our root space towards the earth. Last set. Notice those fists to the floor. Bulldog. Breathe it out. Inhale. Point the left toes. Right foot back. Warrior two. Building our heat. Flowing it out. So again, noticing the upper body. That ankle's going to start to feel it. So again, if you need a little adjustment, allow that strength to occur. Allow that space to occur. We could be flipping the palms as we come to Virabhadrasana 2. So noticing that as well. Good, last set. Let's hold it out. And then exhale. Last time, wide pyramid. So stepping up, closing the hips. Exhale, lift and lengthen forward. So think of a really long line from the crown of the head and then down towards your floor. If it's available, pyramid, walking the hands back. Deep exhalation, nose might come towards the knee. Again, you could have a bent knee. Try not to lock the knee joint as you find that space. Last deep breath, we're gonna get a little trickier this time through. So with that next deep breath, we're gonna take it up. Again, option one, standing splits. Option two, from standing splits, half moon. Drawing up, so revolving the hip open, dorsiflexion through the foot, glute, stacking the arms best we can. Nice deep inhalation. And then option three, if you'd like to take it there, you're gonna switch the hands. So revolving half moon. So now the right hand's coming down, and then that left arm is lifting. So nice deep breath. Notice the hips. If we start to sag down, try to press back up because we're trying to strengthen all that mid to low back. So nice deep breath with the revolve. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, draw it up. Nice deep inhalation, crescent lunge. We're almost to the floor. We're almost there. Exhale, spread the toes wide and hinge it down. Sunflowers. Let it go. So getting some air. Good, breathing, noticing body. Good, last two sets there. And then we're gonna work those moonflowers. So if we can, opening here, exhale back, opening here, exhale back. So noticing that, building strong hips, strong thighs, ankles and toes. Foot, keeping that foot gently arched. Good. Last one, nice deep inhalation. Exhale, tuck the toes in and sweep it down. Swaying gently in the wind. If you choose, releasing the lumbar spine, the thoracic back. So creating as much space as we can here in our wide standing straddle. And then preparing our way towards the floor. So again, think of those toes anchoring to help stabilize through the edge of the ankles. Fists to the floor, lifting up, bulldog. So again, gazing at the floor if you can rather than the camera. So nice deep inhalation. Exhale, plant the right fingers, palm or fist beneath the nose line and twist it out. Last few sets, give yourself about 8 full sets of twists. So again, gazing to the sky if you can. Noticing the warmth in our spaces perhaps. Noticing how far we can lift and lengthen, and if that feels good to the body, take your time to get there. Notice your space. Breathe through it. Last couple of sets. And then we're gonna bring it down towards that right side, and then I promise we'll find the floor. So that next inhalation, right toes point. Bring it up if you can. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2, and press it out. Notice your space. Keep those oscillations going. Inhale, open and close. So again, pressing up dynamically through the outer edge of the ankle space and through that back patella space. So we're building that strength. Good, last one. Hold, breathe in. Notice your arms. So if you can, think of that clothesline from fingertip to fingertip. And then if we can, we're gonna step lift and find that wide pyramid or pyramid stance. So again, it could be closed, smaller depending on our range. Close the hips, exhale down towards the floor. So as we exhale down, see See if you can shift that right hip back just a little bit further. If you need a little bit deeper low back stretch there, piriformis. So exhaling down, nose towards the knee. Again, little softness in the knee joint. I don't know if you can see that. Whoop. There's just a little softness there. And then exhale those fingertips back. We want to keep our joint space soft for years of yoga. So rather than compressing that cushy tissue, we want to keep it supple by bending just ever that micro bend space. So nice deep breath there. Inhale, take it forward. Again, options. Option 1, standing splits. Option 2, half moon. Gazing at the camera, flipping open the hip. Good. Maybe using a prop or a tool. Excellent. Good. The wall. Deep breath. Option 3, revolving the half moon. So again, the fingertips may come down. We're going to press the toes to the earth. And then rather than letting the hips stay, try to create that even plane through the low back and then taking the twist maybe towards the sky. So lots of work. Glute is tight, right? So we're flexing the glute to build that heat to help the hip lift. Deep breath. Excellent. Nice job, everybody. Those that I can see. Wonderful. Exhale down. Press the heel all the way back behind. And take it up to the sky. Crescent lunge. Ah, that last one. Good work. Good work. So nice deep breath to the sky. Exhale. Take it down. Middle. And we're going to slowly heel to toe those feet in. So coming back to the center of our mat today. So shoulders up, back, and down. Take a moment there and just release. Whoop, you might lose my head. So again, take those shoulder rolls. We did some twisting. So we're just going to slowly deliver those shoulders. Notice the space there. So up, back, and down. And then gently hugging that space up towards the ears. Exhale, take the sigh out. And then inhale, opposite direction. So you might reverse those shoulder rolls, coming forward. Let it all go. Maybe shaking the neckline out just a bit there. Inhale, hug it up. Exhale, release the shoulders down and back. Wonderful. And then hanging out here just for a moment, we're going to check in with that neckline again. So again, head down towards the chest, be mindful of your fist, and then gently rotating and revolving. U-shape through center. Gently taking that real nice neck stretch, noticing our body as we work our way towards our cool down today. So we built some heat in the middle of class, and then taking our way towards the earth here in just a bit. So last couple of moments there. Again, if you have your yoga straps handy, or your ties, or your those stretchy IT bands, those are welcome as well. So exhale back to center. Inhale, the chin lifts from the chest. Take a deep breath up to the sky. Deep inhalation, little back bend. So again, if we can lift that bottom of diaphragm, make lots of space for organs, reaching the hands back just a bit. So just that little bit of back bend. Exhale, release, sweep it forward, and Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, the hands may dangle to the elbows, and just gently nodding the head yes and shaking it no. So last couple of breaths there. And then as we work our way towards the ground today, so from Uttanasana, we're going to gently walk those hands towards the earth if we'd like, or if not, we're going to try to settle our way down slowly. So I'm going to try slowly. You're welcome to use the hands, but if not, we're going to try to slowly mold our bodies towards the earth, back to the heels, and then softly down to the floor. Good, good, good. Very soft. Excellent. There, those that I can see. Good job. Okay, so with that next breath, inhaling up, finding that openness through the heart space, shoulders, pull them in just a bit. Oh, welcome. Welcome, Deb. So shoulders down and back, noticing that space. Nice deep inhalation. Good. I guess I don't know if I'm small here. Whoops. There we go. I don't know. I guess I might have been small the whole time. I like seeing everybody. So nice deep breath, holding that space. And then we're going to take it down very slowly. So again, see how far you can take the inclination. Once you're about halfway, so 30 degrees or 45 degrees, from center and floor, right? Slowly settling down, slowly settling down. So we're tucking in, gently drawing down towards our earth. If we came to yesterday's class, we worked some abdominal control. We did a little sports session there. So again, if we're tight from that still, we may have noticed that abdominal control. So gently massaging the back. Again, think about clockwise, trying to use the abs to draw the hips up. So again, contracting there as we draw that space up and around. And then we're gonna inhale back to center in opposite direction. So again, thinking of lifting the tailbone just enough to feel that contraction in the upper abdominal section. And then taking our space down towards the floor. So again, hug those knees in, flatten the back. If you choose that band, that yoga band or strap, you can use that around the midfoot and pull it back for a little bit of space there. Or you're welcome to grab the big toe with the pointer finger. Happy baby, you're welcome to rock here. It feels good on the low back sometimes. If that seems extremely easy, you can use the hands to the midfoot. Just remember that's putting a lot more weight on the hip joint. So for those of us that I know are protecting our hip joint, again, we probably wouldn't want to take it quite that deep, but just some options for you. Oscillating side to side there, and then we're going to take it down towards the floor. So gently hugging those knees in to the chest, and then we're going to open the palms, and this time we're going to take our supine spinal twist with our knees together. So just softly bringing those legs one direction if you can. You might notice the thigh of the opposite leg pressing down. Try to keep the heart space open and the right shoulder to the floor. So supine spinal twist. Inhale, coming back to center. Use the core strength when you're coming back to middle. Exhale, gently release it the opposite way. Big smile, let it go, finding the twist. I think it's warm in here. I see my face is turning red. So inhaling back. I don't know, maybe it's the color temperature of the monitors. Exhale, opposite side. So again, that deep breath, taking that twist out. Inhale at your own pace, of course, back to center. Exhale, lower down. Try to control the abdominal floor when you come back to center, slowly moving that half arc all the way back towards the earth. Take the breath out. Inhale, draw it back to center. Exhale, last set. So one more each side. Inhale back. Exhale down. Good. As we work our way towards that completion line, bringing the feet towards the floor. So again, if we want to take that little last quad stretch here, if it's available to you, again, this is where you might want to use that band again around the foot. If not, you're just going to grab under the opening of the right leg. So the left leg sweeps through, and you're just going to walk that knee down towards the floor. Maybe the hand will connect with the left toe. And then you're just going to softly press the shoulders from the mat towards the mat, and then gently using the body, you might lift the right hip to feel a really beautiful quadricep stretch as well as into the hip line. So deepening that if that feels good to you. So again, deepening it would mean we lift the opposite side and notice that space through. So noticing that. Or even bringing it down and closing the tightness into the bottom of the floor. So a couple options there, so play with that. As you notice that side, take some deep breaths in as we slow our pace down and start to hold and breathe through the posture here at the end of class. Exhale, gently releasing that cat's tail. Inhale the foot to the sky, pressing the right foot down to the ground. So take that lift. So again, notice if the low back feels like it's lifting off the floor, really try to be mindful that you're pressing down through the mid to low back. And then very important, so if the foot is just softly bent, we're not feeling as much intensity, but we want to feel intensity. We came to class today. So again, toe towards the nose line if you can, heel towards the sky, really pressing in. Option 1, hamstring. Option 2, calf. Option 3, maybe making that connection with a band or a big toe. Exhale, release that down towards your floor, bend the knee.
inhale, right leg slips under that opening, whoops, it slips under, and then gently drawing back. Again, I'm gravitating my hand towards the toe, noticing the space there. First, just maybe try to make the connection, and then you can press out. So if you press the hip up, you'll get more of a quad stretch. If you draw the hip down, you're going to get more of that hip flexor rotator. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Must be my Wi-Fi. I might have to reset it again. So that nice deep breath. Notice your space. Again, play with the hip control wherever you're trying to find your sweet spot in the stretch. Or again, if we're tight in the front of the body, just remember you can kind of lever it differently with that opposite, that left side hip. And then also that pressure to the floor. So cat's tail, last deep breath there. Notice your space. Again, for more intensity too, you can always bring the hand towards the ankle or deeper there as well if that's available to you. So nice deep inhalation. And then exhale, shift the hips back to the floor. Inhale, rise the leg towards the sky. Again, very important here, if we're lifting that low back, you can see my hand can fit under my back. Well, try to bring it down, try to bring it down. So you can't fit anything under that rear back space. And then you're gonna press up towards the sky. So as you press that heel towards the sky, it might be a little more tight on this side. Try to anchor the shoulders, take a breath or two. Option hamstring, option calf, maybe big toe. The higher we go, we might have the tendency to create that air space under the backs of the hips. So try to release that. And then breathe into it, couple of breaths. Big flexion through the foot. So we're stretching out that foot line, stretching out the back of the hamstring one last time. Noticing any tightness in the low back. We're trying to help alleviate that as well. So last deep breath there. And then we're going to bring that down towards the mat as well. So as we find both feet to the earth, noticing our space, and we're going to diagonally try to press through our transverse lines here. So again, you're not going to see my body moving much at all, but think of anchoring your right shoulder. So again, up, down, and back, up, down, and back. And then the top of the humerus, rather than rising up, it's going to press kind of towards the floor or towards the back wall there. And then think of anchoring your opposite hip. So as if you had both sides kind of drilled to the floor there, diagonally through. And then as you press in, you're going to press that foot down also. So we're getting just a little sensation through the mid-back. Again, you may feel lots of relief here, or you may feel very little. So it just depends. But again, now I'm switching sides. So left space, right, left scapula opens, and then I'm pressing through that right foot. My weight is heavier here in the right foot. I know you can't see it. And then I'm also anchoring that hip. So think of it crossing diagonally through the body. So exhale, center, and then inhale, diagonal line, center, exhale, that diagonal line. So again, I'm just touching so you know where my anchor points are. But take your time there, real softness, beautiful back stretcher. I'm just gonna check our time here. Good, so beautiful little back stretch, especially if we're tight through those anatomy trains, or you know, you can kind of start to feel the mid to low back. I always enjoy the left to right side. For some reason, it just feels so delicious through the body. So again, just noticing where we might be tight. Could be dominant side, non-dominant. So again, just listening in as you breathe through those last couple of diagonal movements there. Thinking of the weight, maybe a brick on a shoulder and a brick on the hip. The last movement there. And then as we come back to center, we're just gonna walk our shoulders in. So again, for those of us that might be on a harder surface, please be careful. Try not to look around. So maybe look at the camera once, I'll demonstrate. So where we're going with this, again, I can't see everyone's camera, but I know those that are available. I know the body can handle this. So we're gonna walk our shoulders together very closely, best we can. And then we're gonna try to flip our legs up towards the sky. So just taking a real gentle shoulder stand. So again, very important, I'm not gonna look at the camera.
So I'm looking up towards the sky, so very important there. But if you'd like that deep back bend, so taking it from a gentle shoulder stand and then taking it down towards the earth. So again, I'm looking at the sky, not at the camera, very important. And then slowly settling towards plow if that's in your range. Again, not for everyone, but if this feels good, again, extending through the low back, mid back. You can use the hands gently at the hips. Do not look around. Very important, do not look around. The arms could come back. They could rest at the back of the hips there for a little extra support. So plow pose, beautiful deep inversion. So again, noticing what's available to you. To come out, again, do not look at the camera, but you would gently bend the knees and then slowly hinge your way down towards the floor. And noticing that space. So again, very important to keep our gaze forward. I'm just gonna check out and see how we all did. We can do it again, right? So you're welcome to go there again. So just remember, oh good, we've got the children back. Wonderful. So again, it's very fun, especially if you have someone in your family right next to you. So again, take that breath, gazing at the sky, very important. We wanna always protect the cervical spine. Shoulder blades hug together. So we're in bridge pose. And then if we feel we can go there, we flip those legs, little shoulder stand, very important, gazing at the sky, gazing at the sky. Exhale, toes down. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at the sky, at the ceiling. So exhale down. Deep breath, feeling all of that length coming through the back. Very deep invert. Maybe the toes touch. Again, you could use a pillow for support or even your sofa, right? If your sofa was here, your plow would be looking like that. You could find your sofa. Even after class is over, you could try that. That nice deep breath, plow pose, very deep inversion, carefully coming out whenever you're ready, bending the knees. Again, it might feel extra delicious. You might hang out there for a bit. So bending the knees, coming back to center, deep hug, knees to chest, coming back, and just gently massaging that back and forth, back and forth. And then for the last few moments of class, gently releasing one leg and then the other. Whoop, releasing down and finding that nice long line for Shavasana. Again, shoulders up, back, and down. Try to hug the shoulder blades in, lifting the torso line, hips up, open just a bit there as they revolve open. So the ball and socket joint kind of revolves open there. Toes gently V, and then taking that breath towards the earth. Closing the eyes if you wish. I'm going to get up, you stay. So 6 to 8 deep breaths. Noticing Shavasana, letting go of your space. Again, if your music is present in the background, just allowing that to soften off. So taking some breath work there. Again, it might look like we're resting, but we all deserve those few moments of rest. And we had a great active class. So again, wonderful active class today. And then always important for that little bit of reflection at the end of the evening and into yoga studies of how we felt when we were going through class, excuse me. So last breath there in Shavasana. Very good. Always a little tricky there. So finding our way into Shavasana, letting go of our day, letting go of our week, if possible. Creating our space and our warm surroundings. And the length of the spine, the length of the face. You're not holding anything tight. Trying to breathe in and let all those moments go. So again, on the back side, if it's becoming tight, try to really let all of flesh come to the floor. Just let it pile to the floor. And then the anterior side of the body is very light and airy. And we slowly come back. Again, I did just unmute everyone just so we could stay
goodbye here at the end of class. But if you'd like, you can stay in Shavasana and you can tune us out as our distraction, or hugging those knees into the chest, laying one side fetal position. You're welcome to find that Shavasana. So hugging those knees in and then gently pressing up with that top hand. If you choose seated posture, just as we started class, Sukhasana. So again, I did turn the sound back on, so welcome back everyone. So namaste, you want to bring those hands up to the sky and end with that gentle bow. Namaste today. Thank you for the opportunity to teach you today. I hope everybody had a wonderful evening. Oh, and we had another joiner. Thank you. A couple of others there. Namaste. Thank you much for coming to class. I hope you enjoyed. If Shavasana wasn't long enough, you can always lie back down and take it for a full 50 minutes. That would be a wonderful way to end the evening. So it was a pleasure teaching everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope all the mothers out there have a wonderful Mother's Day this weekend. COVID style, of course. It's going to be different, but namaste and happy Mother's Day to all those mothers this weekend. So thank you, and we'll see you guys soon, hopefully.